Welcome to ComSpark. We are here live today from Columbus, Ohio. My name is Nancy Tiemeier, and I will be your guest host today. Today we are here with Deane. Welcome. I appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you.
So I know you've worked a lot with IT leadership and IT training, things like that in the industry for many years. I was just wondering, why do you think so many IT organizations get into trouble?
You know, it's a funny thing. There are obviously many reasons why IT organizations are, and I'll call it in trouble in quotes. Many times IT is called to be in trouble, but not necessarily the cause of the trouble. However, there are things that across all of the industries that I've worked and all of the size companies that I've worked that seem to be common. There are things like lack of communication with management, lack of alignment with the strategy of the company, the inability of the IT management team to relate to the, I would call it the value chain functional managers, things of that sort that are non-technical but very important in the management of the IT enterprise. In other cases, there are, of course, technical issues. When quality is not part of the core delivery model, you do get organizations that basically can't function because the IT delivery model is not producing what it needs to produce. But a lot of the things that get IT organizations in trouble have to do with the softer side of it. Has to do with alignment, has to do with communication, has to do with playing on the front lines as though IT was part of the front lines. IT is called a support group, but at the same time, not extremely behind the green curtain, which is the way that we used to be years and years ago. Today, we are really part of every single function in the value chain. And in some cases, we are the value chain, if you think about things like e-commerce and the new analytics and marketing and things of that sort. It's all based on what the technology organization can deliver.
And I would think getting stronger every day.
Absolutely, and the curve is much faster than people realize, including IT organizations.
Yeah, exactly. I know you've talked a lot about too, kind of an IT shop turnaround. Can you kind of explain a little bit what you mean by that term?
Well, the turnaround is maybe a relative term. It has to do with how IT is producing its service, but it also has to do with how it is viewed within the enterprise it operates. What happens is you start from a position of, if it is being reviewed, it's because things have to be better, and better again here is in quotes. Better might be better aligned, better might be more modern technology, better might be the resolution of technical debt, better might be being with the marketeers when the marketeers are actually building their campaigns. All of these things are signs of better. So better then needs to be managed, it needs to be measured, and made into a process improvement, I will call it strategy. So the turnaround means that it was going in a negative direction, and the turnaround is how does one turn it into a positive direction. It's not something that happens from one day to the other, but you tend to look to resolve the root causes of what is getting IT into a problem child status. So resolving those root causes, in some cases it has to do with discipline, in some cases it has to do with commitment to quality, in other cases has to do with communications, in other cases it has to do with financial management, red tape processes. All of these things have at their core a root cause, and if you resolve the root cause, the turnaround is in essence the effect.
And is it usually the IT department that determines they need that, or does it come from outside?
It's the enlightened IT groups that take this on as something that is unprompted. In many cases, it has to do with executive management deciding that their strategy needs more out of IT, whatever more is. And but in the final analysis, it can be prompted by executive management. It could be prompted by the board. It could be a risk thing, for example, in today's cybersecurity environment. Is the IT group prepared to defend against intrusion? Is the IT group prepared to keep data confidential as customers expect? It's all things that in the final analysis mark a gap between a set of expectations and a reality. So understanding what the reality is, understanding what the to-be model is, what the objective is, measuring the gap, understanding how to bridge the gap, that is how the turnaround is made.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So when you're looking to help improve an IT's performance, how do you go about doing that?
As I said, I think that the assessment is the first thing. It's talking to management and trying to find out what it is that they believe is going well, what is not going well. List those symptoms if you want, and then sift through them. The last time that I did this, I did 45 interviews of everybody in the company, trying to understand what the themes were. And the themes led me to a set of root causes. And the root causes then became what one transformed into a strategy. What are the end games that have to be accomplished, if you want, in order to make the contribution of the IT group a thing of value in the eyes of, I will call it the four big C's: CEO, CFO, COO, and CMO. Those four are key to how IT is invested in, the position that it has at the table, and then paves the way for conversations also at the board level, which is immensely important today when one is dealing with the management of risk.
John, I want to thank you for your time today. Really appreciate it. If you would like any more information, please go to ComSpark.tech. Thank you.
Thank you.